Yo, yo, good evening. Good evening, yo, yo. Good evening, folks, yo, yo. Happy Saturday. I have been sleeping half of the day. I do not feel well. So we're just going to be here for a little bit. Happy Saturday. Yo, I saw your work in the Discord, man. If you want to do merch for me, if you want to do legitimate designs, let me know. Like paid work. Like your shit's good. I was taking a look at that. I'm like, it was very Blanchitsu. Very Mordheim. Very grim dark. It's very, very good, man. Yo, yo. Good evening. We're only going to be here for probably like an hour, maybe less. Tonight is not the night. Rather, I should say today is not the day. Everything's out of whack. Everything is all out of whack. Should put glasses on before I kill my eyes. No, your work is good, bro. Don't your work is like professional, I'd say. Everyone has their own style. Send me a message and give me like a few days to think something up. And we can talk. Yeah, for sure. I like it though. It's very Blanchitsu. It's straight up like Mordheim. That's what it reminds me of. So that'd be cool. Because I've got another guy who is going to do a bit of merch for me, but I'd like multiple designs from like different artists because not everyone does the same thing. Yeah. Just send me a message and then I'll get back to you with like an idea or something. Then we can go from there. UFC's in an hour. Yeah, we're gonna be gone before an hour probably.
Hello, Captain. Missed you yesterday at Summer Game Fest
Yes,
since we got Resident Evil Veronica, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Alien 2, Matt Mercer at the end between other stuff.
Matt Mercer. Was he really there doing stuff? You know, I saw a few of the, I saw some of the, reveals on Twitter. Like, I did see the Code Veronica. I did see Alien Isolation 2. Even Ivana told me, it's like, oh my god, Alien Isolation. But yeah, let me know. Or not, sorry, not let me know. So my brain's, like, off. You said Matt Mercer was there? Like, was he presenting with, Knightley? That guy loves games. What's his name? Geoff Knightley? That guy really likes gaming. Like, there's so many events that guy kind of puts on. It's cool. I'm almost done putting together my combat patrol. Aren't you doing orcs? You're doing orcs, right?
Oh yeah, and also 4 new characters for Street Fighter, including Tifa from Final Fantasy.
I did see that. I don't know who's... I'm not excited for that personally, but that's cool. I did see that. Street Fighter has such a big roster to pull from. Like, why are you doing guest characters, you know? Like, I'm sure she's a big deal, but you have so many characters to play from. Oh, you're doing Votan. Gotcha, that's cool. Yeah, I want to do my Votan one day again. I'm just so busy. Today I've done nothing. Literally, I cleaned in the morning and I've been off and on sleeping. I just don't feel well. I need to slowly start working on Ryan's project, but I've got, like, I don't even know, 40 gigabytes of footage that I gotta send off to my editor for the last thing we did on stream, which was, like, the 7-day build. I want to try and put out a video maybe, like, every week on that channel, but it's kind of tough. It's like, what relevant video do you want to make? That's, like, worthy of a week. Yeah, I did see Alien Isolation 2. That's cool. Isolation 1 was good. It was a very well done game. The fact that the IGN reviewer gave it, like, dog shit initially was so sad. That was a weird review, but then again, IGN's IGN.
Well, most fighting games do it. Tekken adding Baki Hanma, Street Fighter Tifa and Guilty Gear Lucy from Cyberpunk 2's Ko and Tokon probably the only ones not doing collabs since they have characters for ages.
Well, everyone does it, but I mean, again, Street Fighter has so many characters to pull from, it's like, why do that many collabs? Everything is so collab heavy, and it's fine, because, like, you know, different fandoms can easily kind of join in, but... Yeah, that was, interesting choice. Everyone knows Final Fantasy. Not everyone likes it, but everyone knows of it at least. Final Fantasy is a Japanese production, right? Like, it's a Japanese studio that did that? If I'm not mistaken. Again, there's like no reason to not go that route, because you have so many fans of it already. It's like, it's kind of an easy sell. It's like, why not do it? Yo, yo. Maximilian dude screamed when she was announced. He loves all that stuff. Yeah, that's cool. See, if they announce, like, something that I was very, very fond of, I'd probably do the same. I'm a very patient person, though. I can wait. You gotta give me a bit of time, but I can certainly wait for it. Yeah, we're good. We're just kind of icky today. So we're not going to be here long. We're just going to be cleaning up maybe one thing. And then we're most likely going to head out. I need some magnifiers. My eyes are so bad. My eyes do not work like they used to. My eyes are so garbage. Yeah, glasses, brother. Get glasses, or if you're doing this hobby, you got to get some magnifiers. Set your mind straight. It's not a fun prospect, but, like, you do what you got to do, you know? It is not a fun prospect, though. Oh my god. Yeah. I'm wearing, like, little protective glasses. I don't think they're nearly... They're not the same. But yeah, that sounds shitty. Contacts are literally, I think my girlfriend had to wear contacts for a bit, or at least she decided to instead of, like, glasses or something, but those things can get nasty if you don't really take care of them. Or if you're in, like, again, an environment with a lot of dust. Yeah, it's pretty gross. Just getting old, man. You gotta find what works for you and roll with the punches. There's a million ways we can look at things better, hear things better. Thank God for those people who decided to pursue that stuff. Yeah, I gotta go get my eyes checked out, which I'm sure a lot of us do anyways. The miracles of humanity. That would be some... I feel like that's where we would be headed one day. Getting chromed up. Like a chum. That'd be awesome. It'd be a bit ghoulish, but, you know. Skaven Slayer is a very intimate story. It's probably one of the most intimate of, like, the entire series. I think you'll like it. It's the most comical and the most intimate. So if, yeah, you're very inclined to kind of sit in Nuln for the next, I don't know how long, you'll like it. It's good. I think when I first read it, it wasn't one of my favorites, but that was a long time ago, so... Like, Skaven are great. They're always funny, but I just hate them. From the... What? It being intimate? I think it's pretty intimate. It's a very condensed kind of story. I think the only other one that I would say echoes that would maybe be like Manslayer, which is a Nathan Long one. Oh, actually, there's a few. Nathan, like Skaven Slayer, Vampire Slayer, and Manslayer, I'd say are kind of like intimate with their setting. Yeah, once you finish it, I'm sure you'll like it a lot more, actually. Yeah, I got to eventually get back to reading the AOS Gotrek stuff because I just haven't really sat down to read anything in a while. Which the next in line would be definitely those books. It's like I made it up to, I think, the third one in Age of Sigmar, and then I was like, alright, it's good, but I just don't really want to read the rest of them right now. Oh, intimate in the sense that, like, the setting is more intimate. It's a more condensed... Like, even in Troll Slayer, you've got, like, oh, God. It was, like, the Carrick 8 Peaks one is pretty intimate. There's not much going on there. You had the one with, like, them traveling through, that countryside one with, like, the Wolf Riders. Like, they're very... Like, Skaven Slayer... It's a very intimate environment, is more of what I meant to say. You won't really get a lot of, you know, heartfelt, like, things in those books where it's like, you know, divulging into, like, Felix and Gottrek's life. Like, you gotta wait a little bit. But the setting alone is what I mean. "54 months of being a mod." That's interesting. Well, there you go. Thank you, sir. "54 months of keeping the streets clean." I'll say this, if you really like Slayers, it may have been... It's been a while since I've read those books, but there's a book where you'll probably end up loving so many of the characters in it beyond Gotrek and Felix, and I think a lot of people who've read that series would kind of agree. Like Snorri Nosebiter, everyone knows Snorri. I've talked about Snorri before, but there's a few others. I just forgot which book they end up showing up in initially. I've read the first three. I've read up to... So the first one that came out was with Brian Blessed. They had like a two-part series where it was an audio drama. It was initially released as an audio drama, and then it came out as a book, but it was... I made it up to Soul Slayer, so that might have been 4. I've also read some of the Fire Slayer short stories. I read the Grombrindle first book. You can find the story, The City of Jewels. It's in an anthology series. One sec. It's in, It's in this one, Age of Legend. Yeah, Age of Legend. And it was, right there, City of Dead Jewels. Good story. Not the longest, but Nick Kime knows dwarves. Nick Kime and Gav Thorpe are pretty good for dwarves. It might be elsewhere. Like, it may have been published somewhere else, but it was initially published, I think, in that alone. They had a bunch of other short stories in Inferno. Inferno being the little thing GW did where they'd have like multiple short stories spanning across like 40k fantasy. They had a few weird ones. Ancestral Honor's a really good one. That was by Gav Thorpe. That's probably one of the more popular ones. Just dwarves being dwarves. They have a really weird dwarf one where they go into like a submersible, and it's supposed to be like some weird horror story. Concept alone, cool as shit, but I don't think it really hit too well. That, I think, was in an Inferno magazine. Forgot the name of that one, but I have it somewhere. There was another short story by wasn't anyone in particular. I can't remember the author's name, but it was about three dwarves kind of traveling to like a little empire outpost. And there's also a weird mystery there with like children and fucking people disappearing and shit. Wasn't the best, but again, another cool concept where the dwarves are kind of like at the forefront of the story. The issue with a lot of them, though, is that they're all, again, kind of spanned across a bunch of random books. Like, a lot of anthology series, you know, just, like, magazines and things. You can't really find them all in one place. I searched, like, back in the day, I found a few locally. Otherwise, I was looking on, like, Google for anthology series that I might have missed, and then you'll come across one, and I ended up picking up most of the ones I had missed. But yeah, I don't think there's like a master list of them anywhere. There's a lot of stuff to read, yeah, and that's just like dwarf stuff, though. There's a million other things to read. Yeah, Warhammer, yeah, exactly. It's been around for ages. You've got tons of stories, tons of works. It's just a matter of, like, finding it all. It's like lost media. They are reprinting some stuff, but they're reprinting more of, like, the important bits, you know, not the side quests. Like, they're reprinting Gotrek and Felix. They're reprinting, the War of Vengeance, which is pretty much how the dwarves came to be the dwarves currently in fantasy, so... And I guess the elves, too. Like, no one cares about a little short story. You know, it's not really going to be reprinted, I think. Pretty sure they did the Nagash series. They did the Sigmar series. DJ, hello, sir. War of Beard books alongside different journals for Warhammer Fantasy Battles and roleplay. Well, there's a bunch. There's like 3 roleplay books. The newest ones are easier to kind of get a hold of for dwarves, but yeah, War of the Beard or like the War of Vengeance series, that's a must read. Gotrek and Felix, that's a must read. You know, beyond that, take it as you will. You've got like Nick Kime books. You've got a ton of short stories by a variety of authors. You've got Gav Thorpe, who tackled a bunch of dwarf stuff as well, which one of them just got reprinted with like Grudgebear. There's a lot of shit out there to read. And then you've got like the new Gotrek series, which, again, I've only read a few of them. I can't say for certain with all of them, but the first few that I read were fine. The audio dramas were great. They were fun. Then you've got the Fireslayer books. Then you have the Caradron books. Then you have the Grombrindle books. Yeah, you're not really strapped for content. Dwarves are everywhere. And that's just, again, the dwarf stuff. Then you've got, like, every other fucking faction. Chances are you're going to get even more books when the new fucking Khazalid holds come out. You're probably going to get a new Grombrindle one. With dwarves in action, even more. Yeah. Everything is kind of interlinked. I guess that's what's cool about it, right? It's like, even in real-world history, you're like, oh, what is this? Belagar has a showing in, he's got a story in the first Gotrek and Felix, so Troll Slayer. He's got a showing in the End Times. He's got a showing in, I think the one you'll probably want is, what was the Thorgrim book? I'm looking at it right now. One sec. Oh, it's literally just Thorgrim. Oh, yeah, David Geimer as well did dwarves, because he did, the latter half of the Gotrek series, I believe it was, and then he also did this one, which I kind of forgot about, but, there you go, David Geimer, Thorgrim. I believe this one was about them kind of going after Carrick 8 Peaks again. Yeah, there you go. On the ruins of the Dwarfhold of Carrick 8 Peaks, ancient enemies battle for supremacy, Belagar, king of the dwarves. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was like Thorgrim with, I think, Thoric going to assist Belagar. I think. It's been a while since I've read that, but yeah. I think it's when they retake a bit of 8 Peaks. That one is probably your most prominent Belagar story, if anything, and he's not in many places. Yeah, the End Times did a fairly decent showing with him. Same thing with his wife and his kid. Belagar is like one of those dwarves who actually goes out pretty badassly. Like, that's not even a word, but for Belagar it'll be. So... Yeah, the Thorgrim book, I believe, was a one-off. If you can find it, it should just be like a very, very quick read. It's not very long. Like, if you're reading... Are you reading Realm Slayer, or are you listening to the audio drama? Listening? Okay, good. I was going to say, because, like, you can buy it and read it, but there's no point. It was initially released as an audio drama with, like, tons of talent, and it's more fun to do that. Yeah. It's more fun to listen to that, because it was specifically made for that, right? Like, if you've got Brian Blessed as Gotrek yelling at the top of his lungs, and the dude's, like, 90, yeah, you better listen to that. I think they also followed it up with Blood of the Old World. So... I literally forgot Geimer wrote some dwarf stuff. I totally forgot this guy did it. Here. Yeah, these are on CD, though, when CDs were a thing. So there's your Realm Slayer with Gotrek. And fucking Brian Blessed. And then Blood of the Old World. Yeah, these are great. These are the only things he kind of did outside of Gotrek and Age of Sigmar. Or not Age of Sigmar, Total War. Very fun, though. Yeah, Keeble. Everyone knows Jonathan Keeble. Keeble's like the goat of any sort of project. Like, he's just so good. Who the hell did Jonathan Keeble play? I can't remember. Anybody? He's got credits in here. Who the hell did he play? Oh, it was narrated by Keeble. Which character did he play? I think I remember he played literally everyone in the actual Gotrek and Felix one that they released, but crazy float of new videos. I've seen a few of them, yeah. There's I mean, the most anticipated game for me would be Ill. Ill looks so good. Ill and that dinosaur horror game. Yeah, there's a million games coming out though, that's always good. Give people things to do. And I really want to play Ill. Ill is something I really want to play. It's like gaming is cool, but some games just kind of like capture your like attention immediately, and that's one of them. Second I saw that, I was like, yeah, that's an instant buy, not even second guessing it. Game where I'm like genuinely interested and genuinely want to play it like day one. Sometimes they do that. Sometimes they do get you. Finecast is so booty. It's like any Finecast piece you work with, you're gonna have to, like, do things to. Nothing is perfect with Finecast. But you do wonder if they eventually run out of it, you're like, could you reprint this in metal? Somehow? Could you do it in metal? Ideally. It's like anything is better than suffering with Finecast. The devil's material. Alright, I don't think I'll be able to finish this guy tonight, but I gotta head out soon. Good God. What I do need to do, though, is pull this branch off. I do not want him wielding the branch. He is not Oakenshield just yet. So I do need to cut this off. We just gotta reshape the arm a little bit. At least this is a good thing with Finecast. It's like if you actually want to convert minis, this is probably the best thing to do it with. I need to go get a shield. Sec. What was that? What the fuck just fell? All right, I gotta head out in a few minutes. But what I want to do is at least get a shield. That should be good. Yeah, Mochi's here. Mochi's going crazy. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to do this right now, but the general idea should be there, because I only need to convert Thorin. Thorin does not need the Oaken Shield. Not yet. Yeah, once this is shaved all the way down, it should look way better. Yeah, 2 minutes. No, 2 minutes, folks. Yeah, it should look good. Mochi, stop. Mochi's going crazy. What a weird ass looking arm. Alright, I gotta go, folks. It's a bit of a short stream, so I'll be on later. Won't be tonight, though. It'll be, probably tomorrow. Yeah, it looks fine. Once it's all chopped up, it should look good. Alright, anyways, I gotta go. Sorry for the short stream. We're gonna try and at least get back to a little bit of hobbying, but we got variety. And we got League to do and a bunch of other stuff to do, so... Next time you see me on this stream, probably soonish. I just want to finish these 3, and then I have to get off some clips to the editor, and then I have to start Ryan's project. So this is more of like a little bit of a breather room while we wait for the other stuff to be edited. And I still have to record stuff, actually, for that video, so that's cool. But yeah. Maybe, I mean, we have variety. We gotta do variety. I've been cooked today. Been busy this morning, and I've just been off and on. Tired, sleep. Anyways. Yeah, I'll check out your message. I'll let you know, though, because I do want you to do some stuff, because your work is good, bro. No, your work is sick. And we'll go back and forth with a few ideas and things, but yeah. Peace, guys. Be well. Thank you for hanging out, and I will catch you later.